911, what's the address of the emergency? My husband's not breathing. He's cold. Okay, what's the address? 671-4987. Okay, it's going to be in Francis. Okay, tell me exactly what happened. I don't know. I was sleeping with my kid. Okay, I can't understand you. I need you to take a deep breath. What's going on? I don't know. I was sleeping in with my kids. I just came in the bed, in our bed, and I turned over, and he's just cold. He's just cold. Who's cold? My husband. I turned the light off. He's not breathing? I need you to confirm it for me. Is he not breathing? No. Okay, can you do CPR? No, I don't know how. You don't know? I'm going to tell you how to. Are you willing to do CPR? Yeah. Okay.
So I put on my serious shirt today because we're talking about a serious topic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my timeline has been absolutely blasted with the one and only Miss Kouri Richins. You know, I think I've mentioned this before. You know, one of my biggest fears, I mean, it's probably the most devastating thing I could think about. It would probably end me. My biggest fear is to fall in love with a woman, marry this woman, have kids with this woman, just live my whole life with this woman and find out that she's cheating on me, hates me, or never loved me for real. But I feel like even the worst thing out of all those other experiences is she actually offs me because she just don't like me no more. Just because she don't really fuck with me that much no more. I feel like that's the craziest reality. And we always hear these stories about the most devastating story I've ever heard that very much damaged my trust in the process of marriage is this man. He was like 65 or something. And somewhere or the other, they had to do a blood test or something to do with DNA for his son. And he found out that one of his kids wasn't his. And his wife of like 25 years had cheated on him before. Devastating. But I think the most devastating thing of all is actually being taken out by your wife. And that's exactly what allegedly Kouri Richins did to her husband. This shit comes straight out of a movie. But I don't think that this woman is too bright. You know, it's the typical she had a lover, she no longer loved him story. But the way she decided to take him out, allegedly, was by putting fentanyl in a alcoholic beverage that she gave him. So before the intro, before the music, I want to read you something a little outrageous here. According to Court TV, it says Kouri Richins, 35, is charged with aggravated murder, attempted criminal homicide, and financial crimes in the death of Eric Richins, who died from a lethal dose of fentanyl in 2022. Now, here's why I don't think this lady is too bright, okay? There has to be a source to where these drugs are coming from, right? I don't believe that her husband was a fentanyl addict, so it's not like he would have had a random baggie of fentanyl in the house, right? There has to be a source of where this thing is coming from. If you don't have a story to back this up, investigators are going to investigate. Now, I don't know if a little soap and water and some Clorox could wipe off traces of fentanyl, but I feel like it would be very easy for investigators to find out what caused this man to die. I want to point out to you the moment where I believe that Miss Kouri Richins began to panic, realizing that the toxicology report that came back from his autopsy was a little bit strange. And of all things, right? Of all things, you're going to call and inquire about it when you're the one who allegedly killed him. This is an airhead walking around, man. The trial's live right now. Everybody's view partying it. We might view party it later, but I wanted to get the basis down, and I really wanted to show you the phone call that she made about the whole fentanyl overdose that her husband magically had. And also, I want to show you a little snippet of her lover that apparently she was going to replace her husband for. Long ass intro. Let's go ahead and check this thing out, man. Run the music.
Hey, this is Kouri Richins. Hey, I just have some quick questions for you. I'm just trying to understand the toxicology report, and I promise I won't take up a ton of your time.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Can you just kind of explain to me, I guess, she was saying that this kind of supplemental report, I guess, was left out of the first autopsy, and so nothing has really changed. Do you have it in front of you?
I do. Yeah, I got the file here.
So can you...
So just so you know, so we issue supplemental reports, like if once the original report's issued, if we do any additional testing, if we do any additional microscopic examination.
Ding, 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 ding. Like, come on. The guy didn't just die from random cardiac arrest. The coroner and the autopsy people, they're going to look into it. It's their job. Pure curiosity is going to have them looking deeper into things. So I'm assuming that the original autopsy report was something like the initial cause. It was probably a heart attack or whatever it was. I'm just assuming. But later on, another report surfaced, and I think she's getting a little, let's just say she's trying to understand a little bit better. She's getting a little nervous. Let's continue.
Anything like that, then we include that. You know, we issue a supplemental report to include that additional information. And sometimes it does change the cause or manner, but in this case it didn't.
Okay, it was just like extra testing done?
Extra tox testing, yeah. So originally the only toxicology testing that was done was on blood. And so then this was additional testing on stomach contents.
Okay, and so is there a difference in that, I guess?
Well, they just tell you different things in the sense of, it tells you something about what, is it been there a long time? Is this something the person's been using for a long time? Okay. Is it something they ate? Is it something they, injected? Is it, whatever?
See, I mean, how much of a fucking airhead can you really be, in my opinion? How much of an airhead can you really be? You didn't think that forensics and all these people were going to figure out that this guy wasn't a fent user? Like, oh my God, my husband overdosed and I didn't even know he was using fentanyl. Never knew he was a fentanyl addict. You could have done anything else. You could have used anything else. I feel like anyways, I just think it was a dumb move. And I mean, you're going to bring fentanyl into the house with your 3 kids. Mind you, you touch that shit and you might fall out and die. Remember that police officer that fell out and almost died touching fentanyl? He touched it and he almost died. This bitch needs to go to jail for a long time if this is true.
And there's different things you can learn by looking at different substances. I mean, we fully expected to find it in the stomach. It's just a question of what was there.
So does this tell you, like, if it was like injected, if he ate it, is that what this, can you tell from this report?
Not definitively. I mean, it seems like, with what the amount that's there, that it probably was ingested. Probably taken by mouth.
Okay, and so the 15 ng, like, is that like a substantial amount? Is that like a trace?
That's a lot of fentanyl in the blood. Yeah, I mean, that's, people die with half that amount or less in their system.
Okay, so that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
I love how she's acting like the little dodo bird in the headlights. Like, is that like a lot of fentanyl? Ma'am, she gave him lethal doses of that shit. Fentanyl is a little bit of substance. She probably had a bag full and poured that shit in there. She was probably like, have a nice ride, husband. It's going to be your last. Oh no, put her underneath the jail cell. As we go forward, I'm going to explain why I really feel like she did it, because then the boyfriend comes into the picture. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's first continue this ridiculous phone call.
The next one down, the norfentanyl.
It's a metabolite of fentanyl. It's what your body changes fentanyl into after you take it.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. And then, sorry, just the third one, the acetyl. I don't know how you say that.
Acetyl fentanyl.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just a form of it's a variant of fentanyl that is usually only present in the setting of illicitly manufactured fentanyl.
Illicit manufactured, like a pharmacy?
No. A lot of most fentanyl that we see that ends up leading people to die these days is related to, fentanyl that's manufactured by drug cartels as opposed to by pharmaceutical companies.
Oh, good Lord. So this is like...
Oh, good Lord. Good heavens. Let me clutch my heart. Oh, good Lord. You know she went somewhere on some street, on some avenue, and purchased that fentanyl. She strikes me as the type of girl who could find cocaine and fentanyl quite easily. Like, oh shit, Cheryl, how'd you get that cocaine? No, what's her name? Shit, I'm creating random names when we know her actual name. Kouri Richins. Kouri seems like the type of girl who could find some fentanyl. Just saying.
More of like a cartel. No, I mean, that's not what it is. But
You call this street fentanyl as opposed to, hospital
prescription.
fentanyl.
Okay, I see. And then is the ethanol, is that alcohol?
That's alcohol. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and is that like the 279? Is that kind of like a substantial amount, or is that like one drink? Is that 5 drinks?
You can't tell how much it is, and in this case, since this testing was sent, quite a long time after the original autopsy, most likely that's related to, postmortem change, but it could be stuff that he drank. There's not really a way to sort that out. It could be related to decomposition of the stomach contents, or it could be related to stuff he drank. But either way, in the stomach contents, there's no way to know what that level means in terms of, if that was a blood level, that would be the same as a 0.28, which would be, that person would be pretty substantially intoxicated. But because it's gastric contents, you could in theory pull something out and it would be, 100% ethanol, if, depending on if they just drank a stomach full of, if they just drank a bunch of Everclear or something else. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't really tell you much about how much they drank or what they drank. Or anything.
And she knows how much he had to drink. Do you think it was like 1 drink or 2 drinks? Like, come on. What I assume happened is, they're probably having the evening. He had 2-3 of them. She's like, oh, I'll make one for you, babe. You want another one? And he was like, oh, wow, my wife is so amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I would like another one. And toward the end of the night, that's when she dropped the fentanyl on him. So maybe if the drink tasted a little weird, or I don't think you could taste it though. But maybe if the drink tasted a little off or whatever, he's already a little shit-faced. It's fine. He'll just keep drinking it. This is an evil motherfucker right here. And it gets worse.
Like that.
I gotcha.
In the stomach. And it's not present in his blood, so.
I gotcha. Okay. So it's not present in the blood, just the gastric or whatever.
Right.
Okay. Yep. And then just the last one. What is quetiapine? Quetiapine
is an antipsychotic medication. It's called Seroquel.
Okay. I gotcha.
It's a prescription mental health medication. Mm-hmm. That's prescribed for different things.
I gotcha. Okay. And it has like 16,000?
16,000 nanograms per milliliter. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is that, quite a bit? Like,
that's a big number, but it doesn't really mean that much. So a nanogram is a millionth of a gram, and a gram is not very big. So even 16,000 of them is not a huge amount.
Okay. Is there could those have been mixed, or is that not kind of a?
What's that? Could what be mixed?
Quetiapine and the fentanyl, or is that drug?
Bitch, he overdosed with the double dosage of the safe recommended amount. What are you talking about? Could his medication mix with the fentanyl? Would the fentanyl mix with his medis and hurt his tum-tum? Bitch, what are you talking about? The man doubled, tripled his dosage of fent. He's out of there, and he ingested it. So I feel like that would be worse because your body's going to be working it into your blood slowly all fucking night. What are you talking about medication? I think what she's trying to do here is she's trying to make it seem like he was, a little suicidal maybe. Maybe he was feeling a little down, so he took a whole bunch of pills and did fentanyl after that. Ma'am, the pills weren't needed. We could have did the fentanyl by itself and it would have been game over regardless. Do you think the pills mixing with it did something to him? Oh yeah. I know she's over here panicking.
Normal, I guess, drug thing. I don't know.
Oh my God. I'm so stupid.
you know, what most of the time if we see those together, it's because somebody was taking quetiapine as a prescribed medication and they were abusing fentanyl. But you know, there's you know, do you have any indication he was abusing fentanyl?
No, that's why all of this is just like, what the heck is this and going on? So I guess that's why I'm confused. Just
Like, no, like what the heck? Oh my God. It's like, oh my God, my children. I had to write them like a bedtime story to help them get through. Like, oh my God, no. Yeah, send her ass to purgatory. That's worse than hell, because then you're just gonna be just alone and fucking walking around and stranded. That's where she belongs.
about all of this, honestly. So
I take that back. I feel like hell would probably be worse. She belongs in hell.
yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, I know it doesn't mean anything now, but just kind of something for me to, you know, try and figure out, I guess.
Dig your teeth into it, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming the acetopian, is that like a aspirin or something?
Acetaminophen, that's just Tylenol. Yeah.
Oh, that's fentanyl too?
No, that's Tylenol.
Oh, Tylenol. I was
Stupid.
like, holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So just like Tylenol, caffeine, and then
She's never heard of acetaminophen before? Is that how you say it? Like, come on. When's the last time she's gone to the dentist? By the way, I went to the dentist. It went very well. Yes. My teeth are clean now. It was ruthless. They injected me like 10 times in the mouth. It was fucking horrible. Let's continue the video though. This is not about me.
It's just something that they gave him while he was here.
Probably would be my guess. It'd be, you know, somebody that's unresponsive. It's a very common thing for EMS to give people.
Okay, no, that works. I was just trying to figure out, you know, if this is anything different, if we found out anything new with this stuff.
Yeah, like she said, it doesn't change anything in the cause or manner of death. It's still, you know, definitely, you know, death from fentanyl intoxication, and we still don't know how he got it into him.
Yeah, and I mean, is that anything you could ever find out? If it was, I mean, do people normally eat that? Like, take it, swap, like, is that something you like shoot?
It's not usually something people eat. Well, that's not even true anymore. So with illicitly manufactured stuff, sometimes people take pills that have that. So yeah, these days you can't really tell.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. I do. Thank you very much. And
yep. If you have other questions, don't hesitate to give me a call.
Okay. Awesome. What was your name?
Dr. Christensen.
Oh, Christensen. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yep.
Man, I'm telling you, man, this is a witch in human skin. It is absolutely outrageous. And it's kind of funny how she's following up her footsteps, you know, just tracing back to make sure. It's almost like the psychopath who returns to his murder scene. Just to, maybe not to make sure, but to just relish the moment. I don't think she's relishing the moment, but I think she's checking up. She's like, hey, you know, how's it going on this side? How's everybody doing? Can you tell that I killed him? No? Okay. Okay, the toxicology report didn't really indicate how he... Okay, cool. Anyways, it gets more diabolical, folks. It gets more and more diabolical because she wrote this book, and I really think she thought it was going to be some sort of a world phenomenon or something. I could only imagine she thought it was going to be that, because she wrote a book, and I'm going to show it on screen. It says, Are You With Me? By Kouri Richins. She wrote a book dedicated to her children. Now, if we go into the description, it says, wherever you go, whoever you become, their love remains with you. A heartwarming and reassuring book that gently guides children through the difficult experience of losing loved ones. Written by a loving mother who personally faced this challenge. This book is designed to offer comfort and solace to young minds in a way that is both accessible and engaging. If that's not the biggest load of horse shit, man, I feel sorry for the grieving mothers who actually bought this piece of shit and read it to their kids. You're reading your kids essentially a demon book, because that's a demon who wrote this, allegedly. With vivid and colorful illustrations, Are You With Me? Follows the story of a child who has lost their father, but who is reminded that his presence is still what? And his sorry. But who is reminded that his presence still exists all around them, just like an angel watching over them. Whether it's playing at the park or simply enjoying a quiet moment at home, the child is comforted by the knowledge that their father is always by their side. I know that man is rolling around in the grave, punching the air, trying to break out. You know what I mean? His spirit is not rested because this bitch is lying on his name. This shit is crazy. Absolutely unhinged. Imagine trying to make some money off of your murder victim. Good job, I guess. You gain points for diabolical villain of the year. It's only 2026. You gain points for diabolical villain of the year. It's early in the year, though. We'll see how the rest of this trial goes. But anyway, I want to show you a short snippet of, I want to say the ex-boyfriend at this point, the boyfriend, I don't know. But all I can say is if you're cheating with somebody, just know that that person's going to cheat on you. That's all I can say. And, you know, in the bizarre cases like this, if your girlfriend kills her husband to be with you, just know that you have like a 10-year run before she kills you to be with somebody else. Let's see what the boyfriend had to say.
Sir, do you know Kouri Richins?
I do.
How do you know her?
I've known her for, I don't know, a decade probably at this point. We met in South Carolina. She was flipping a house, and I answered, and a help wanted ad.
Then did you come to know her?
Look at how she looks at him.
In South Carolina through.
Look at how she looks
helping
at
her
him.
Flip homes.
I did.
Did there come a time you moved to Utah?
Yes.
When, sir, was that?
It was just as COVID was kicking off. So 2020, I believe, or early in the year.
And why did you move to Utah?
To work with her, help her flip.
Yeah, to work with her and help her flip houses. I wonder what the fuck her husband had to say about this random man working with her and helping her flip houses. I'll tell you what he was flipping. He was flipping that coochie all up and down the house. He was making the coochie do backflips. That's what he was doing. Shit, they was flipping the house all right. Shit, they was flipping all types of shit. Why couldn't it just be that? Oh, you had to kill your husband? Why? To make a little extra money? Hold on now.
Houses.
And when you moved to Utah, where did you stay?
Initially, I stayed at a flip that she had acquired in Heber. I had my dog with me. We'd do live-in flips, me and the dog. Yeah.
We do. I've never heard of a live-in flip before. I guess that's a real thing, but not with a stranger from a help wanted ad. You know why she moved them in that house? He had already knocked the coochie loose. That shit was dangling and swinging. She was already blue, boom, bam, all across the house when they first met a couple of times. That's why he was a live-in flipper.
Other than accommodations, did she pay you for your service?
We didn't have any contractual
She paid him with something else.
agreement. You know, she took care of me. You know,
I'm sure she
I
did,
lived
brother.
for free. She did. She gave me money whenever I needed it. I just, you know, I liked her, so I'd worked for free. Not that she didn't, and you know, pay me. She did from time to time in lump sums. And
Did she also give you a truck?
yes, she bought me a truck, 2 of them. Bought me one, traded it in, got another one at one point. Didn't trade it in, gave it to her mother. Yeah.
Did, sir, there come a time when your relationship turned romantic?
Yes.
About when?
Same time, just before driving to Utah.
So right about the outset of COVID.
Right.
Scott, can I get Exhibit 3-1, please? Mr. Grossman, do you recognize that document before you?
I mean, I know what it's alluding to. I know of it, yes, sir.
And did you know about a trip planned to the secret St. Martin's Resort?
Yes.
So I want to take a look at the passenger name line. There's some initials there. RG with a birth date of 9 December 1982 and a gender of male. So are those your initials?
Yes.
Is that your birth date?
Yes.
Perhaps obviously.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Did you and Kouri Richins at some point plan to go on this trip?
Yeah. Yeah.
No shit. You know, that's where I want to stop it right there. Kouri Richins was pretty much replacing her husband with the perfect man in her head. This is going to be my new replacement. What an evil fucking piece of shit. Now, if you guys want me to keep covering it, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you hit the hype button as well. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. But it's very revealing how evil a person can be when the right circumstances present themselves, man. Shit. I'll see y'all real soon, man. Stay inside, stay safe, and I hope you trust your wife. Peace.